Welcome back to Blockbox. I am Rich Kid Byakuya and whatever, Peasant Isaac. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Well, hey everyone, and last time we found that somebody was dead. They had a mask on, you know, they were trying to protect themselves from whatever the hell Makoto had, which we know what it was, but
no, they were in a mask, so you know they were protecting from COVID.
Exactly, what Makoto had. Anyway, so then the bar blew up. So we investigated. We still haven't seen Kyoko at all, but we found some interesting details that don't seem to make it look like that body was Kyoko. But we also found out that us and Kyoko are the only two people without alibis. So, going into this trial, what do you two think? Who do you two think killed that person?
I really wanted to be Junko because that would be such a twist, but I don't know. They wouldn't just kill. Why would they kill off Mukuro Ikusaba right off the bat?
I have a
That
feeling.
seems sus to me.
I don't know. There's only one person who would be smart to do this, except for Kyoko, and that would be Byakuya. Somehow the twist says it's Byakuya. I will not only be very pleased, but also very surprised.
Mm-hmm. Well then.
But I think it's him.
Maybe.
Okay. Well then.
I don't have my suspicion. Well, I do, kind of, but I'm just trying to go in.
Wait, we gotta say somebody.
Who do I think the culprit is?
Yes.
I'll just say it's either Kyoko or Mukuro, whatever. Because everyone else has airtight alibis.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
even when Byakuya went to the garden, Hiro was there.
Where the heck have you two been? It's just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point?
Makoto's ranks planning for you guys to go off together. Just the two of you.
What? Are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second.
Any second. He could show up at any time. I imagine what was about to happen. I immediately tensed up and prepared myself, but we stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen. Then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
Hello?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again?
What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or... or what?
Jeez!
Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You've gotten it all backwards! You're the one making me wait!
Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive! We can't start till everyone's here now, can we?
Kyoko's not here.
What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you.
Sorry, but you're wrong. But it's now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now.
If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here.
Oh! When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
hey,
I'm here, and no rule's been broken.
Kyoko!
It's basically her theme.
Kyoko, you're still alive?
No, that's a ghost!
Stop talking.
If You wanna fight? Do it at the class trial. You need to save some of that fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay if there's no particular penalty for being late?
Is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong?
You're so selfish. So spoiled. You're right. There's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. No. I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts into the elevator! I'll be just one step ahead of you!
When Monokuma's gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko!
So, you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die.
Thank God! I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us.
Huh? He's right. Now we've got to deal with a ghost.
I told you! Stop talking!
Toko, that's your job.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial.
Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator.
Master! Wait for me!
Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long?
But
I'll be happy when the trial's all over.
One after another, everyone piled into the elevator, but I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Oh. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you, where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So...
correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms.
The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that.
Whew.
I had no idea a body had been discovered.
Then, when did you find out?
So,
Just now, I finished my search and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial announcement.
That's pretty convenient.
It took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I?
So that's why you were late.
however,
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting.
But if you're on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
It's an every key.
In other words,
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school.
What? Oh,
Kyoko's account has been
That's what
added
she
to the
got
truth
in.
report section of the handbook.
That's what she got in, though. Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma!
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation,
It would seem.
So it was not her.
because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me.
well, don't want to count her out, but for her? That's a strange way to put it. Class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well,
But she
That's
still
all.
helped us. Like
Yeah.
she helped us with the sheets. She helped us with the lock. She helped us with a lot.
Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Well, I'm thinking it should be a student that killed the person, though. Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. And doors slid shut. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. See, now there's still the same people that went down last time. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. Dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. It wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. Oh!
I can't wait! I
oh,
can't
it's so colorful.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since I got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs have passed.
Chills, kills!
Let's get on with the show!
And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Alright, we saving, boys.
They say that every time.
I like it.
They do say that.
Yeah, it's a cool line,
Every time.
honestly. Like, it's very, like, repetitive.
Wait, we gotta start our new skills.
Yeah. Oh! Increases the influence gauge by 5%. Okay, or by 5.
That's good. And we got.
Oh,
Oh, we don't have enough!
Okay, what do we not need? Studies or
That's good.
thinking? We don't really need time.
We've never really needed that.
Yeah.
We've never got, even when we completely fucked up super badly, we did not get that close to running out of time.
Wait, huh? What's this mean?
Increases an argument to 3 statements or less, effective during the non-stop debate and the bullet time battle's final strike. That means at most, you'll only have at most 3 bullets to choose from.
Oh, okay, that's good. Wait, but we just took off. Oh, okay, I thought we took off the
time
ones,
limit,
though.
yeah.
Okay. Alright, here we go.
Because we didn't have enough.
Let's look real quick. We have the truth bullets.
Oops, I just threw my pizza upside down.
Look at the Monokuma file.
Yeah.
Okay.
The victim has been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. Also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. So would it necessarily be the arrows? It's as thick. Okay. Interesting.
Still brings
Okay.
the question, was that duct tape for then?
Yeah, I just want to look through everything, because I know if I look through everything, that's going to help. Because then I'll remember better what the truth bullets have to do with anything.
Yeah. Alright.
Here we go.
Let's begin with a basic
Can I skip
explanation
this?
of the class trial.
Yes, if you want to.
Okay.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
I wonder.
Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
Yasuhiro.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
I told you
you
the disappointment with him gets even greater.
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's
qualify
just
as a
because
ghost.
she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
There's a limit to how
Ghost
much
technology.
ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay.
You know
So
things
I
are getting
just
bad
have
when
to
you
prove
can
that the
relate to
corpse
Byakuya.
isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
One point trait Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her.
Yoko's piercing glare.
gloves.
I got it!
Her
I'm
piercing
talking about
glare.
her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears
I
those
can't believe
gloves.
we actually have to clarify this for Yasuhiro.
And would
Yes.
you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently, you have scars on your hands.
Wonder
you
if that
don't
was her
want
secret
anyone
from
to
chapter
see.
2.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
There's no way the corpse was Kyoko. And if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward. Oh my, Hero!
Hero! Stop being so
He's
stupid.
literally just prolonging this and I hate it.
They really had to kill Taka instead of this guy.
Let's do on the right hand. Either, wait, which one would it
That
be?
Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Possibly.
Probably the tattoo on the hand.
Okay.
Or the
then
fake
prove
nail.
it. Prove she's not a
We
ghost.
can go through once to see which one
The dead body
can be
wasn't
used.
wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves, because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion
Why would you
is
Why would you
idiotic.
wear gloves over fake nails?
Yeah, that's true.
That Kyoko there is
And you
just
made
a
that point
ghost.
earlier.
Okay, then prove
The dead body wasn't.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then
What's
she was
up in
wearing
the
gloves
explosion?
during the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Come on, come on. Dang it.
No!
Is that corpse?
Use the silencer!
Kyoko.
I tried.
Discussion is idiotic.
It's... Look at that. Look at your
Kyoko,
influence
there's
gauge right now, though.
Okay, then prove it.
You have twice
The
as
dead
many
body
lives.
wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
There you go.
Okay, I figured it out, guys.
No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing
Well,
right
Kyoko
here.
has amnesia. How did she know that?
Okay, so then, who's the real victim?
What?
First, we need to figure that out.
Well, if Kyoko has amnesia, how would
That's
she
the
know that?
first
They were
thing I
custom
said.
made.
You're the one who's been dragging us around in
Well, the only thing she says she doesn't remember is her talent, or why she's there.
For anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. Alright, what do we got? Make your argument. Sprinklers. Okay. Yep, tattoo on the right hand. That has. Yep.
We're still going through this nonsense.
Kyoko really is still alive.
Yeah.
Then who died?
They need to make the class trial long, right?
The face was scorched beyond rec, and there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
I think it's this.
Yep.
No, that's wrong.
Okay, got first try. Let's go.
Okay.
I'm going through
Congratulations, that's a first.
There was one clue left behind that
Not
we
really.
can use to identify the body.
It's a rare occurrence, though.
For real? If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
What's the problem?
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
She's just being
You've been
stupid.
seeing them.
Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog? Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Seriously? They really did something that
I mean,
humiliating?
Kyoko would do it. let's be
No,
real.
that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
If you compare the tattoo to everything we have, the information, victim's identity should become clear.
Wrote Yukusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in the school. The one they call the Ultimate Despair's profile.
Yep. I
Come
was figuring-
on! This is easy!
Okay!
You, you went
I
past
figured it was
it.
that. I just didn't know if it was that.
That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Somewhere? The image that represents Fenrir's. Ooh,
Yep, you
Hangman's
hate him for this.
Gambit.
Really?
Yep.
I forgot how annoying.
Wolf.
This is why I don't like Chapter 5 as much as my other two ones. I forgot that this trial can be kind of unbearable.
It's better than some of the others, you know.
It's better than Trial.
Now
It's better
I
than Trial
understand.
Trial 3, oh no.
and Trial 1.
The
Well,
and Trial
representation of
6, well.
Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge world-ending wolf.
Finally, you have something useful to say that's not
Yay.
teasing
He's
us.
the child of the trickster god Loki. And a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
Yeah.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. of the trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
The 16th
Are you saying
student
the
flying
mastermind
somewhere hidden in
dead?
this school. The one they call the ultimate despair.
No.
Watch out for her.
You told me. When did you come back?
Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
But the ultimate soldier.
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
And who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character?
Why is, like, Toko just now using her literary talents?
Which would mean
I
she
don't
was
know.
the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
Yep.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine.
Seems
Uncovering
to
the
not want us
identity
to
of the
talk about her
mastermind
too
will have
much.
to wait. But no matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
Whoa.
I have officially decided to completely
Oh.
ignore all such attempts at provocation.
Oh.
Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place.
Monokuma has had it up to here with us.
Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains.
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no. There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all
I mean, not the
along.
worst point he's made.
There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously?
I feel like this is the most
Then
involved
one of us
Monokuma's
killed
being with
Mukuro?
the trial.
Yeah.
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Based on what we know, there can only be 2 suspects. Yep.
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The 4 of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the 4 of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Unless he killed the body before then. And since he said he was at the garden, well.
But he said he went there and Yasuhiro was also there.
Oh, damn it.
Because he
I
got
can't understand.
Yasuhiro from there.
Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at...
Oh, so yeah,
Well,
Yasuhiro's with them.
It was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
So what time was the body discovered?
At 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Jervy?
I'm sorry, I'm lagging. Give me a second.
Oh. I mean, it's a flashback, so.
Yeah. Now then, Toko, what time is it?
Isaac.
Wow! When we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock. So it's probably 9 on the dot now.
Okay, go get the pickaxe and be here by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
But what happened at 7:30? That murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m. I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. till 7:30 a.m. Yeah, it looks like the game has begun. I can't prove an alibi for that period. I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I didn't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in my garden. Well, obviously the sprinklers. Yep. Yeah, literally none of that points to.
Yeah, no,
So,
the fragments
We've
near
established
the
a time frame
dead
for the
body.
murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most
Oh,
of that
that's
time.
probably it. Okay.
Yeah, from 7:30.
Wait.
That's more than enough time to commit murder.
I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now
Okay.
would be the time.
I'd like to sped up
We've
the
established
Aki's
a time
voice.
skip
It's
that's
funny.
somewhere
Okay.
between 9
It's
o'clock.
Venus, right?
And
Yeah, from
No, I think it's the Aki
7:30.
Oh, what?
That's more than
Oh, I
enough
sped
time.
up
So
and nothing.
Makoto,
Oh no,
if
we
you
don't
have
have
any
this much
objections,
time.
now would be the time.
We have 3. I mean, we have 3 minutes and 2 attempts. We should be.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night.
No, that's wrong. Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet?
No, because it wasn't
How
you who
dare
found the
you
body.
spew
It was
such
Genocide
indecent-
Jack.
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler? Are you trying to deny my entire existence?
What?
You're totally wacko.
If you really think
Honestly,
it wasn't
Genocide
the
Jack
sprinkler,
is more sane than her.
you'd better tell us why!
It's proof that wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. All I have to do is hit Kitoko with certain evidence and that should do it. If you look at the body itself, that should make it clear. Oh, is this,
Oh, we're doing
yeah,
this again.
Oh, I have to attack her. Let's go.
I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no,
Oh, shoot.
no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you.
Okay, do I have to switch between anything?
How can you say it
I think
wasn't?
that's
Should
it.
prove it. Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry.
Completely dry.
If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
I'm so sick of her.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because
The water bucket.
Threw the bucket of water on
while
it.
the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh.
But what about
then I
the
guess
tarp?
The sprinklers really
what?
didn't do it.
What about the tarp?
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
Is her voice seem different?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it.
No,
I
she's
guess
just
you had
not.
an alibi after all.
Like,
Good for
she's
you.
has a little more relaxed voice right
You
now.
could have moved the tarp.
The only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyoko's the only one without an alibi. Do you mean that Mukuro's killer is? No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone? That's...
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all, and as a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
She's throwing me under the bus.
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
The tarp.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something
Oh,
to
I
keep
thought
it
they
from
just
getting
moved
wet.
it. A certain something at the scene was used to cover the body. Could have been... I mean, if I present the wrong evidence, then she's literally proof.
I got
Then
it!
she can't prove her point, but...
You're talking about the tarp,
I mean,
aren't
she could
you?
just present it, and if you don't present it and
catch
she
on
does,
quick.
then that looks even worse for you.
You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water.
But if it got covered in water, wouldn't it be clean?
The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile,
No,
kept
because
perfectly
what
clean.
then it would have been dragged across the garden while it
This
was wet.
proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body...
Wait,
There's blood on it.
something's not right.
And what might that be?
Can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to repeat what Kyoko said. Well, obviously.
Body before the floor before the explosion.
I think it's the analysis of
By
it, right?
covering the body with the tarp,
No, body before the explosion,
the
because
killer prevented it from
that's
getting
when it had the
wet.
blood on it.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
I think you have to shoot body before the explosion that didn't get dirty.
The killer prevented it from...
So the reason the
Yeah.
tarp was
Because it was facing down on a body that has blood on it, it should get dirty.
Since it was facing down, of course it didn't get dirty.
Come on. Yes, okay.
Yes. Didn't even have to slow down time.
Poggers.
Actually,
We're making good time.
one side being clean is
Yeah.
pretty strange if you think about
Yeah,
it.
again, this is a bit of a shorter trial.
Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood
But
on
how
it.
does he know about it?
Well, maybe the
Because it
culprit
would've
washed
gone
it,
blood
so
off.
nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh?
Oh.
Blood was camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
The chickens!
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
He got blood from right there in the garden, right? Which must mean... Chicken! Chicken!
I got it! Could it have been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
And now there's 3.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
No.
I think so.
It was wearing it in reverse.
No.
Like I saw.
Wait,
Then she might have been stabbed in the
head was
back and then the
neck hole,
clothes were
but the arms
changed.
weren't in the sleeves.
And then they stabbed
then
her
that
again.
settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off,
Wait, the knife went through her. That could be Junko.
but the body didn't get
Because of the
wet
spikes that
because
went through
the killer
thousand
covered it
times.
with
I know,
the
I keep
tarp.
coming back to Junko.
Oh my god,
Later,
Griffin, you're
at the
such
same
an
time the
idiot.
killer
Like,
was gathering up the
oh my
tarp,
god.
They
I
pulled
know.
the coat over the body.
I just thought about
The
that.
coat they'd already covered in blood.
Well, no,
This
we're talking about the
series of
knife
cover-ups was
specifically
meant to
went all the way
disguise
through
the
her.
actual
Yeah.
time the murder occurred. They wanted us to
all the
think
way
murder
through because
happened
she got
sometime
stabbed in the
after
back,
sprinklers had
and
gone
then
off
later
at
they turned the
7:30.
coat around,
Yeah.
and then she got stabbed in the front in the
If
same
that's
place.
actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe. But
But who had
still.
the coat?
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not.
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
The suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand.
This guy's dead body has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Yeah, but then everyone dies.
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
One we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file,
that was
the
given
knife
to
went
us.
all the way through, from front to back.
Kyoko was also in our room last
So,
night.
what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Do we? Or should we just skip this?
No, I'm here. Oh, why is my phone? Get out of here. Okay. It's because I opened it up, meaning Discord is getting all its messages through. Stop! More important, now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it?
We can't let Togo keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what you might do.
I don't want it anyway.
So what to do?
Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto?
But she's the one who suggested it.
Huh? Me?
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah.
Then why did you hide that fact?
It's not that I hid it. It's
No one
just.
brought it up.
I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious! Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer.
We're probably gonna have to use the dead body.
Okay.
This, exploded dead
Disguise.
body?
The knife we found
It
lost
disguised
in the
one.
dead
Got
body.
it.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once,
Oh, I'm actually
that
saying something.
automatically
in this.
makes me the killer?
Yeah.
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question.
You took
That-
that knife.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
You're one to talk? Okay. Yep.
The knife we found lost. It's the same one. It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that,
That seals it. Makoto.
Just because I had the knife, that automatically makes.
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her.
No, that's wrong. Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point. Obviously, the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
Can you stab twice in the same spot? No, there's no way that's possible, because it's not bleeding.
And because the condition of the body was written down somewhere. Monokuma file.
Yes. Well, I was looking for it. I thought there was a specific thing for it, not just a
The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about that.
As compared to 28 stab wounds.
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
Oh, once again, Miyagi is having us tell him what happened.
Yep. Wait, just this?
Yeah.
I got it!
Didn't know if there was a specific thing.
After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural. Because, of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
Are you sure about that? We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. We need to concentrate. Oh! Do I need to absorb something here then? Nope. Oh.
Probably.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Because we only got that. That means
Then shall we continue the debate?
Okay. Yeah, we've already used that.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined,
okay,
correct?
I'll take that for now.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Okay, so I'll save this and
And
go
more
back
than
to
that,
Dracula.
the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Wait, what?
They did say she had like wounds from like days and days ago.
Okay.
Then shall we continue
is
the
it right
debate?
here, right here?
Yeah, I
The
think
victim's
it's
fatal
it.
Injury has yet to be.
No, that's wrong. Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
She's even crazier
I feel
than
the same
Jack.
way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Yeah.
Okay, where are those stupid things? Oh, here we go. We're literally titanium. We can just go.
Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something. And that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kinda weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it, because there's one more thing about that weapon, one more secret.
Let's see.
The duct tape, possibly.
I mean, that's the only thing that was That's the only other thing that was in there.
Titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Makes sense, makes
Are you
sense.
sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, cause in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Well, the bloody duct tape.
Talking back to Master.
Yeah, they could have taped all the arrows together.
No right!
Ooh, true. Okay, so
Whacked her with it.
So we go
The
ahead and see
titanium, it was in the dojo.
Pretty
I have
interesting
no
murder
doubt.
weapon.
Sure?
You don't sound convinced.
Well, it said the weapon must have been about as. It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
I used to silence her for no reason.
No, it's wrong.
Not that it really matters.
You're right.
We might actually finish this
Just
trial
the one
before you
arrow
have
would have
to
been
go.
too weak.
I mean, I have like 5 minutes.
That's why the killer used another
I know, we
weapon.
don't have that much
Another
longer left of
weapon?
the trial. Then.
Yeah, and then we can just pick up the next episode once we're done with the trial next time.
Yeah.
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled up wad of duct tape. The killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Why are you sharing your literary knowledge now?
That's harsh.
They suddenly remember that Togo has a talent.
Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
He's like, here's my partner.
What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer.
Oh.
You know what will happen if you do, don't you?
It's funny, yeah, but Yaku was just
If
like...
you cover for the culprit, there's only
sees
one
this as
thing
our,
that can
like,
lead to
sees this as a grunt.
the death of us all. Remember?
Can I say though?
Of course I remember.
The only person who could have left the wooden key was Byakuya.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves
Well, I think,
Kyoko
yeah, how
went to
did
the
he do all the
dojo.
rest of this if he was with everyone else?
I have evidence. Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo.
Must be connected to the dojo locker. Yeah. The wood block key.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle.
Wait, she said she's never even been to the dojo anyways, and
Your
literally-
non-existent alibi, your clear motive,
yeah, we
your
were with her
attempts
in there,
to
but-
frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's
You
just
absolutely want to.
there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
Oh. She was protecting me? Does that mean that she... She knew I was being attacked. She came to my rescue. Could that be when... Do you mean that Kyoko? She killed someone for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
What?
She can't get into a room,
Yakima
right?
should know better than anyone? What? What's that
He
mean?
does have the key to a room. Probably gonna have to absorb something here right away.
Yeah.
Those words you just spoke, what do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer.
Okay.
You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that
now.
what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
What do I have to absorb?
If you absorb that and do that, there's proof.
Oh.
I think.
Those words you just spoke, what do you mean?
Okay, wait, so
Exactly
did I
what I
absorbed
said.
the right thing, right?
I'm
I
not
think so,
the
yeah.
killer.
You should understand. Master would never hide something.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Okay.
Yep.
No, it's wrong.
Got it. Okay, at least I didn't have to repeat it. I just got one.
Yeah, I was gonna
If
have
I'm
to do it
right,
again.
Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room.
Huh? Why not?
How'd she get into my room?
Because she had given her
She
room
has
key
the
to
key that opens
Byakuya.
every door.
I see. So that's what you meant.
Which would actually mean...
I had the key to
You
your
could still get
room.
into her room then.
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
It would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. There's a clear
Here it
contradiction in what
comes.
Kyoko just told us. Obvious lie, but this just isn't like her. Try and save herself with such a desperate lie. Do you really feel that?
Here it
threatened?
is.
Because she's the killer, or is it something
Here's the
else?
choice.
Was there some deeper meaning in what Kyoko said earlier?
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of the school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the Mastermind has laid for us.
Mastermind's trap. Mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko, but what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... He just passes out again. Mastermind's trap. Victim was Mukuro, and Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. Wait, what'd she say that was a lie anyways? I forgot.
You can't get into a room.
I'm the only one who can expose it, but who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The mastermind's trapped.
If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice.
I don't see. Here's the thing. She wouldn't have just or just kept the key right there on the table. Then that wouldn't be like her.
Am I wrong?
What do I do? I have to decide right here now whether or not. Run away.
This is the decision. This is the decision. If you make the wrong choice here, we're gonna get a bad ending. But I will tell you, if we make the wrong choice and get the bad ending, it'll just bring us right back to this decision anyway. So.
Okay. I just do run away. Fuck this shit. I'm out.
Run away, by the way, will not work for anything. So are you gonna pursue her lie, or are you gonna let it go?
It's gonna be like go. It's gonna bring the bad ending, right? I'm guessing.
Will it?
I want it just
do you
because I don't think she'd be that stupid to just leave the wood block key right there. But
So, do you think we should pursue the lie then?
Jervy, I
pursue the lie.
Okay.
Jervy says pursue the lie.
There was
Alright
a
then.
lie hidden within
Yeah.
Kyoko's statement just now.
A lie?
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
I didn't want to.
You said it. The burden of proof is on you. So let's hear it. Where's this lie, then?
Kyoko was definitely lying. It must be because there's some other deeper truth she wants to keep hidden.
This is where we're gonna have to use
She
her
knows what her
account.
ultimate is, I think.
I didn't have the key to my room because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt about that, right?
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
Then
Okay,
when
it's
we
that,
searched
right?
Kyoko's
Yeah,
room,
it's that.
How else could the key...
Someone other than me must have put it there. That's the... I didn't have because I'd given it. There's no doubt.
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
No, that's wrong. No. Kyoko could have gotten into her room. You said so yourself. Didn't you, Kyoko?
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
Okay.
So, Derby, do you think we made the right choice?
Let me see. Can we save?
Oh, we can.
Okay.
Okay.
So let me see. Where's the... Oh yeah, here we go. Well, guys, sorry to leave this in the middle of a cliffhanger, but that's what we do here. So, if you're curious to find out if Kyoko is the killer or not, then you'll have to stick around for the next episode. What else do you guys have to say?
Well, obviously...
Thank you very much for watching. Remember to comment, like, subscribe, and hit that bell if you love us that much. We will see you guys in the next one.
Bye!